Sarah, a young woman, returns after years of living in the city to care for her ailing grandmother. The village is shrouded in whispers about Sarah's family lineage, and rumors hint that her grandmother, a once powerful herbalist, possesses a cursed heirloom. Sarah's grandmother warns her about a locked trunk hidden in the attic. She emphasizes it must never be opened, and it contains secrets from their ancestors that should remain buried. Despite her grandmother's warning, Sarah feels drawn to the trunk. Late at night, she finds herself wandering into the attic, almost hypnotized by an eerie sound, as if the trunk is calling to her. Sarah visits the village elders to ask about her family's history. They share a tale of betrayal and an ancient curse that haunts her bloodline, cryptically warning her to heed the past. Sarah has a vivid nightmare of her grandmother in her youth, burying something in the forest. She wakes up feeling compelled to find the location, her fingers unconsciously tracing the pattern of a snake, a symbol she's never noticed on her family ring. In her grandmother's room, Sarah finds a key hidden under the floorboard. She realizes it fits the mysterious trunk in the attic. With the key in hand, Sarah succumbs to temptation and opens the trunk. Inside, she finds a collection of old objects, including a cracked mirror, a family photograph, and a book with pages as fragile as spider webs. The book contains records of her ancestors and reveals the story of a forbidden romance between a village healer and a warrior from a rival tribe. Their love led to a massacre, and the survivors cursed her ancestors' bloodline. In the photograph, she notices a faint shadow looming over one of her ancestors. The shadow appears to resemble the snake pattern on her ring. Villagers start acting strangely towards Sarah, murmuring that she has awakened something dark. Children shied away from her, and her grandmother's health worsens. A stranger arrives in the village, claiming to be a distant relative. He wants Sarah to leave before the curse claims her too. He hints that her grandmother's life is tied to the curse. Sarah's grandmother, on her deathbed, gasps out a warning to Sarah. "You must break the curse, or it will consume us all." She then hands Sarah a small amulet shaped like a snake before passing away. After the funeral, Sarah discovers her family's wealth was stolen from the rival tribe, and the curse was placed to reclaim what was lost. Each night, Sarah experiences visions of the murdered healer, crying and pointing to a specific spot in the forest, beckoning Sarah to uncover the past. Guided by her visions, Sarah goes to the forest, digging at the spot revealed in her dreams. She uncovers a skeletal hand holding an ancient pendant matching her amulet. The pendant begins to glow, and Sarah hears whispers telling her she must return the pendant to its rightful owner in the rival village where the curse originated. Sarah sets out to the rival village, facing eerie encounters and strange occurrences that seem to test her resolve. As she nears the village, Sarah sees ghostly figures of her ancestors, each one silently pleading with her. She realizes they are trapped, until she breaks the curse. Upon reaching the rival village, the elders there tell her she must perform a ritual involving blood, earth, and fire to appease the spirits of the past. Sarah collects the elements for the ritual, feeling the weight of her ancestors' sins heavy upon her. Each item she gathers seems to resist her, as if the curse itself fights back. Back in the forest, Sarah sets up the ritual. She senses a powerful presence as she places the pendant in the center and lights the fire. The spirit of the healer appears, telling Sarah she has one last chance to right the wrongs of her bloodline. The spirit warns her, as if she fails, her soul will be bound to the curse forever. The spirit of Sarah's ancestors appears, urging her to abandon the ritual, claiming the family's wealth is worth any curse. Sarah realizes that her own greed could trap her here as well. Sarah wrestles with her ancestors' words, questioning if she could continue the ritual or not. Ultimately, she decides to follow her heart and proceeded. As she completes the ritual, a fierce wind picks up and the ghostly figures of her ancestors appears, dissipating one by one as the curse is broken. The healer spirit thanks Sarah and blesses her with a gift, the ability to heal, as her grandmother once did, but without the curse. When Sarah returns to her village, the villagers look upon her with newfound respect. She feels a strange warmth in her hands, realizing she now carries a gift, not a curse. Sarah decides to stay in the village, using her healing abilities to help others and honor her ancestors' redemption. Back at her grandmother's house, Sarah notices the trunk has transformed, showing a serene carving instead of the cursed snake symbolizing the curse end. Years later, Sarah passes down the pendant to her own daughter, not as a burden, but as a legacy of healing and forgiveness, proving that even the darkest curses can be broken.